Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn Podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan. This is episode 327. I got my coffee in my Taylor Swift mug today. Pumpkin spice creamer as always. And today is October 10th, 2025, and it is 9:08 a.m. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today it's all knitting. I have one finished object and one whip, and that's it. I do have some other stuff to talk about, so I think it's going to be a regular, normal episode. I don't think it's going to be a short one. I will have in my show notes, will be down below. Click the word more a few times and everything should drop down for you and everything will be there. I will have my whips, my FOs, everything I talk about. Reading and watching will be down there. I do not have no Ravelry project pages today. I just have socks to show you. Just socks. And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. Should have said that first. Forgot. I will have also in my show notes my Instagram, my Ravelry group, a link to a playlist to my Stash Tales episodes, my sock organizers. Switched it up a little bit. I'm doing some rearranging. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I just feel like, I guess after this week, we'll talk about that towards the life stuff. I've just been in the mood to like get rid of, I just want to get rid of stuff. I want to rent a dumpster and just get rid of stuff that we don't use and we don't need. That's just taking up space in my house. So we'll talk about that later. My Ko-Fi will be linked down below. Yeah. My Stash Tales playlist is just a extra series that I'm doing where I share my grams in and grams out and show you all the yarn that came into my stash and all the numbers. So if you like that, check that out. If you're new, if you are a regular viewer, you probably already have seen them. It's been a week, guys. We'll talk about that in life stuff. I think that's it. We'll get started. My finished objects and my whips. And then we'll talk about some decisions I made. Hopefully you guys won't be mad at me. If you are, I'm sorry. All right, finished object number one. I was able to finish stuff. I finished my Freckled Whimsy yarn of the month for October. I absolutely love these. These would have been done a lot sooner if I had time to knit. I had to paint my basement. If you're new here, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, the heels, toes, and cuffs were the mini. And yeah, I started these October 1st. Finished them October 8th. And this is pair 71 for the year. I'm keeping these. These are mine. All of my socks today are on US 1.5s, which is a 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. I believe the legs are like 70 rows, I think. And I do 15 rows of knit 2, purl 2 ribbing. And yeah, I did 12 stripes. So far with her, I'm getting like 5 to, actually it's about 5 to 6 rows per color. So I'm doing 12 rows for the leg and 13 rows for the foot. This is a 12 stripe repeat. Love it. So I have a gray here at my cuff. I have a gray when I picked up my gusset and a gray when I did my toe. It was perfect. Also, I have a orange, green, and purple stripe on the leg and an orange, green, purple stripe on the foot. It worked out perfectly. Love these. So yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Oh, it's called Witching Hour. Didn't say that. That's the colorway name. This is her Yarn of the Month club. Love it. And if she does it next year, I will probably continue. She has 2 other clubs, and I'm really tempted. But I think I'll just stick with one for now, because I have other clubs and things that I want. So when those ones end, then maybe we'll switch it up. I don't know yet. All right, that's my only finished object. That's it. And the only whip I'm showing you today. Well, I'll show you one, but I don't know. I might. Well, we'll see. Bags by Awesome Granny. This was a whip last time. This is my... Oh, we gotta talk about Taylor Swift too later. We gotta talk about Taylor Swift. My Sorella. That's really hard to see, but that's Sorella yarn. And this is the Life of a Showgirl colorway. I got it like right a week before the album came out, and I'm like, must cast on. So I showed you my plan. I had cuffs done, I think, last week. And I showed you some colors, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use these. I changed my mind. So actually, I don't even have to get those out because I have them in the sock. So here is the main color. It's like, it looks white in the camera, but in real life it's like a light blue base with a whole bunch of speckles. I divided it in half, wound it up, caked it up in 2 so I could do them tandem. And here's what I got. So I'm making more of those stripy socks that I showed last week. So these colors are more like in the yarn. The speckles in the yarn are like these colors, but these are like the colors of the album. And I actually got it right here. Spoiler alert. Oh look, there's like an Inceptions type thing on it. Look at that. So I have the album cover. I'm gonna show you, we're gonna talk about that later, but so I thought these colors were better. So I wanted to do something different. Instead of using 3 colors, I wanted to use 6. So I picked 6 colors, and for the foot on this sock, I'm gonna use these stripes. And then on the foot on this sock, I'm gonna use these stripes. I'm just gonna flip it so that when I have them on my, when I'm wearing them around the house, I will see all 6 stripes on my foot. So that's the plan. I was gonna do like 3 and 3 and make them like mismatchy, but I'm gonna switch them. Switch the colors on the foots. Love it. Love these so much. So I'm ready for the heels on both of these. I use my stitch markers to count my rows. So ready for the heels on both of these. And I use Chiaogoo red lace needles, 32-inch cords, magic loop, cuff down. So yeah, I think my knitting time will increase this week, hopefully. So these will probably be done. I will be casting on another pair of socks, or 2 this weekend maybe. I'm feeling the sock mojo. We'll talk about that next, actually. I have some sad news, guys. Well, I don't know if it's sad news. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the MCAL. We're gonna talk about the MCAL. I know I was so excited to knit it. I started knitting it. I recorded last week on Thursday. I finished all my stuff. And Thursday I worked on it. Thursday I worked on, I did one part of clue 1, and as I was working on it, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I finished the first scallop. This is clue 1. Clue 2 is out already, and I was like, I don't want to. I'll show you what I have. I'm going to keep it on the needles until like I see all of the clues before I decide if I want to rip it out or keep it. It looks a lot like last year's, in my opinion. I saw clue 2 and I was not like, ooh, I want to finish that and work on it. I didn't feel that way when I saw it, so I don't know. I'll show you what I have. I showed you 4 colors that I was going to use, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to use these. And for the first clue, well, after I was reading some of the directions, that wasn't quite going to work, so I had a plan. You had to do, I think, 6 scallops. So I got the center one, and then there's going to be 2. Those 2 would have the same colors schemes, and then the 3 on top would have the same. That's what I was going to go for when I was working on this, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I was not enjoying it. I do not like this at all, and each scallop would have it. So here is what I have. I'll see if I can do this without, here, let's take off my skeleton dudes. Sorry for the noise on the box. But here's what I have. There's welts, there's brioche, there's eyelets. It's a lot going on. I did end up doing the brioche version. I don't know, I just was not having fun. As I was working on this, I'm like, I want to work on my socks. So I am going to pause this. I'll leave it on the needles until I see the whole shawl, and then I'll decide if I want to go back and do it. I don't know, I just have a lot going on, and there was no way I would finish clue 1, so that didn't help the situation. And yes, I know, I don't have to keep up. But yeah, I just was not feeling it. And then I saw the video for the clue 1, and it was like 3 hours, and I'm like, that did not help. That did not help the situation. I'm like, I did mine in US 5s. I went up a needle size. It's not my colors, it's the knitting. So that's where I'm at. Sorry. Well, I guess I'm not sorry. I just don't want to do it. So I know a lot of you are looking forward to seeing it, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Just not in a shawl mood. And I thought this would bring it back, but it did not. In fact, so that's my MCAL and my light bulbs. Thought the power was going out for a second, but my light bulb just likes to flicker. So I'm going to put it in this bag. This is a tortoise bag. TARDIS bag. I'm using my Blackbird Sycamore Advent from 2024. That's what I was using. I don't know. I might come back to it. But right now, I just want to work on socks. And I was very sad when I had to put my marled magic blanket away. I want to work on that. So that might come back. I don't know if I have time to work on it this week because I have another project coming up. Something came in the mail. I usually don't show mail on this episode or these regular episodes, but we're showing it today because I want to talk about it and show it before I wind it up. So yeah, I want to work on my blankets and my socks. So that's what I'm doing. Knitting is supposed to be fun, and that is not fun right now. So These came in the mail. The Ruby and Roses Color Wheel Club. Oh my word, these are beautiful. I'm gonna wind these up today, or start to. This is the tangerine. Nope, it's not. This is citrine. Is this month 5? I think this is month 5. So these are 10 grams, 15 colors. And I'm doing my DK Weight Cozy Memories. If you've been here, you know that project. So I really want to work on this first, and then I'm gonna get my Marbled Magic blanket out. Oh, this yarn smells good. Oh, love it. I love her wool wash. It's like a strong, I can't describe it. It kind of smells woodsy, maybe? I don't know. I can't describe it, but oh, it smells good. So this, I wanted to show it to you all in the nice bouquet. No, Taylor Swift song. Sorry. Sometimes when I hear words, I go to a Taylor Swift song. So I'm going to wind these up today, tomorrow, maybe all today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I have going on. And I'm going to start this. So now we're going to go into my next cast-ons before I talk about Life Stiff and reading and watching, in case you don't want to see that, or the Taylor talk. All right, my next sock cast on. This is a Halloween club from January of this year, 2025. I have 4. Yes, I have 4 of these left. 4 of the Halloween clubs, and I would love, love, love to finish them in October. We'll see. We'll see if I can do it. This is Ghosts in the Graveyard. I believe Stacy already knit this, and I was going through her Instagram to see what it looks like, and I think it's like there's a light blue in between each color. It's a 12 stripe repeat. So this will be another one where I will not cake it up into two cakes. We'll see. I like working on my sock on tandem though. But as much as fun as these were, I mean, this is a 12 stripe repeat. Yeah. I don't think I'll have any problem, but we'll see. These are more muted colors. Blues and purples. And there is a sage green stripe in there. So next cast on will be these. And I don't know when I'm gonna do this one, but it's gonna be kind of like this with my stripes. Gonna do something a little different. If you guys should watch Therapy by Craft Eunice. If you haven't, go over to her YouTube. She made some socks recently and I was obsessed, and I'm like, I have to try this. And I bought some opal because of her. So I have this. Now these 2 colors, I think this is just a gray. I think it's color 5193. This one. Pretty sure that's the color number. It's just a solid gray. And I'm going to take, this is one color. And this is one color. They're both Freckled Whimsy. This one was the Yarn of the Month from August 2023. I knit these recently, but here's my scraps. This one is a Harry Potter club that she did a long time ago. I don't know. This is what I have left. So I'm thinking I'm going to switch them. Like leg, foot, and leg, foot. just gonna switch. So that's the plan. I just pulled this out, so I don't know if I'll actually do it or not. But I saw her socks and I'm like, I love those and I have to try this. So we're gonna, maybe once I finish my showgirl socks, I will catch those on. I might have 2 pairs on the needles. Maybe we'll go back to that. And I'll just like rotate. Like maybe I'll work on these during the day. And then I'll work on these at night. And then the next day I'll work on these during the day and this at night. I don't know. We'll switch it up. I know I like to do one sock and focus and just bam, 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 but we'll see. I might change my mind. If I start these and I'm really loving them, I'll just keep working on them. Or vice versa. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to do the cuff. I'll have to go back and look at these socks. I know I made socks like these to see how many stripes per row I get per color. Because I'm going to do a full repeat. I believe these are both 6 colors because they're in 2 cakes. I'll have to do some counting. Pretty sure this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these are both 6. So I'll have to see how many rows I get per color, and then I'll do some calculations and I'll share what I'm talking about. But go watch Eunice. She explains it well on one of her recent episodes. Also, another reason I don't want to do the MCAL is because it's always in October. And October is Socktober, okay? So I just want to knit socks. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see how this works out. My plan is to like do it like she does, where she has the stripes in the middle of the leg and the middle of the foot, and do the rest of the sock in just a plain color. And we'll see if I can do it. Like knitting a whole plain sock in this gray would be like torture. But I'm hoping with the stripes, it would be like motivating to like get to the stripe section. I felt this way with these, but these were variegated yarns or speckled yarns. So we will see. I hope it works out because I bought a lot of those skeins and I kind of want to buy some more. This first round, I just bought like a lot of grays and like a dark green. I will show you those in my Stash Tales episode. But yeah, if I can use that, get that started, I can get that out of my stash. My inventory stash, anyway. So that's the plans with those. I'm excited to get those cast on. We'll see if I wind this up. I'm usually like anti working from a ball like this, but since it's just solid, if there is a knot in it, I can just cut it out. I don't have to worry about like stripe sequence type of issues. So I have a lot of winding to do. I gotta wind this, and I gotta wind these. I think I'm gonna start with these, and maybe I'll wind that other skein tomorrow. All right, that's all the yarny stuff. So now I'm just gonna talk about reading and watching and life stuff and Taylor Swift. So if you're not into that, I will see you next week. If you want to keep knitting, let's go. All right, reading and watching is not much either, so it's the same thing as last week. Still reading Mockingjay, Hunger Games, number 3. Why did I write number 2 in my show notes? It's number 3. Reading that on my Kindle before I go to bed. I think I'm like 50% done. Yeah. Watching, and that's it. I haven't been listening to any audiobooks for the past like 2 weeks. I just haven't felt like it. Watching, we finished Severance season 2. I am still lost. I feel like that's another show that I need to rewatch them all. Like the first season and the second season. I need to watch them again. I like it. I just don't know what's going on. And Star Trek Voyager. Season 7. I think we watched a couple episodes on Sunday last week. Yeah, I think we did. All right, life stuff. The basement is done. The basement is done. We got it finished. It took us like, well, I would say 5 days, maybe 6 days total, but Sunday I had to move a lot of stuff. Sunday I moved stuff. Monday we started painting. Tuesday we painted. Wednesday we had to move stuff again so we could paint. We had to like move everything in one corner, and then when we painted the other side, we had to move it all back. So we had to do a lot of shuffling. So on Wednesday we did not do any painting. We just moved stuff and just got the other side prepared to paint. Thursday we finished. Yesterday, Thursday. So now my husband is, right now he's moving some stuff back. I don't know if we're going to finish moving everything today or maybe this weekend. Saturday, my husband will be gone. He's taking my daughter to his in-law, or to his parents, my in-laws. Now, Chloe has a marching band rehearsal, or practice, on Saturday. So she cannot go, so I'm going to stay home and knit all day. And I can't wait. I've missed my knitting so much. So yeah, maybe Sunday we'll move everything back. And well, we have to, because his work desk is, he needs to go back. He goes back to work on Monday. He took the week off to paint. And yeah, so we need to get his desk back together either today or Sunday. Yes, it was not fun. It was not pleasant. There was some, some bickering, but we survived. We are both still alive. We didn't kill each other with the painting. I was joking to him as I was doing this that I think he told me that the perimeter, all the stuff that we painted, imagine a square basement. It's pretty much square. We have a square basement, and then there's like in the middle, there's like 2 half walls. So there's like a little walkway in between. Maybe not a little, I don't know. I don't know how wide it is. Maybe 8 foot wide hole in between there so you can walk back and forth. So he said all of the stuff that we were painting was about 1,000 square feet. So he calculated the paint rate. He bought 6 cans, and we used, there's 2 of them that have like maybe a half left of each gallon. So he calculated that correct, so we didn't have to buy more paint. We primed, and then we did a clear, or not a clear coat, just a plain white. We did white. Not fun. Not a fun color, but it's the basement, and he's down there, and he wants white. So it looks a lot nice and cleaner down there. We really need to paint the floor in there, but that's for another day and another time. Yeah, so I joked about like, all right, every square foot that I paint, I should get a skein of yarn. And so we were trying to calculate how much yarns, or how much skeins I would be able to get. I feel like I painted more walls square footage than he did. So just saying. We had 3 walls yesterday. I painted 2 in the time that he painted 1. I'm a pro man. So, but a lot of the stuff that he painted around like the washer and dryer. So there's a lot of pipes. So his part was a little more difficult to paint. So at least the first day. The second day, all he had to do was paint around the fuse box. I mean, it's okay. I just wanted to get it done and over with, so I did it with speed. And I was not, I mean, there's a little dribbles here and there, but I think I did pretty good for I was just like, I want to get this over with. I don't want to spend 3 weeks doing this. So, yeah, I feel like I did probably 70% of it. Maybe 60. Maybe 60%. Maybe 65. So, yeah. I said I should just get like 50 skeins. And that would do it, but he just chuckled. I am not going to go buy 50 skeins of yarn, but wouldn't that be something? So the basement is done. And we'll see. My husband probably wants to put most of the stuff back because he likes to be everything in its place. He likes to be more organized about that. He might have some questions, but I told him there's 3 things that are a couple things that I'm like, it has to go here. It has to go here. Okay. Everything else, I don't care. Just whatever you want. I gotta have my laundry soap right next to the washing machine. We have a little shelving unit. I don't want it all the way down at the end. I want it to the other end, right next to the washing machine. So, yeah. That's it about the basement, I think. Yep. Monday, I was so sore that I could not knit at all, and it was evil. It was torturous. But Tuesday, I felt better, so I could knit in the evening at least. Wednesday, we just moved stuff around, so I had a lot of time on Wednesday. That's why I finished these. So it's like, I don't think I'm gonna have a finished object today or this week. And then Wednesday I had a lot of time to knit, so I'm like, yay, I have at least one finished object. And there was a band expedition. I can't say that word, but there was a band thing, a marching band thing. This was not a competition. It was just like more for bands to practice their routines. There's little, most of them were just halftime shows for their football teams. And I saw somebody with the orange cardigan from the Taylor Swift Life of a Showgirl orange cardigan. I saw somebody wear that, and I'm like, I felt like I saw Taylor Swift. I was like, I saw it in the wild, and I don't get out much, guys. So I just like, I wanted to say, what's your favorite song? But I didn't, because the bleachers were packed. And I don't want to bring attention to myself, but I really wanted to say, hey, what do you think? Do you like the new album? And that's a segue to Taylor Swift. Okay, so this album came out Friday last week. I have listened to it many times. I absolutely love it. I've listened to it at least 2 times every day, probably since it came out. For real. I mean, it's only 40 minutes. It's like 41 minutes, 42 minutes. It's short. It's very short. And so I pre-ordered this in August, I think. I did the pre-order before I saw the cover. I'm like, I'm buying it. We're just buying it. And I probably should have waited because she came out with all these variants. I was like, I did not get the signed CDs. I was tempted, but I didn't. I didn't get the orange cardigan because it came with the CD, and I do not want 2 of these. I don't need 2. So if that orange cardigan comes back by itself, I'm going to be very, very tempted. So I'm not going to go through like my favorite song to my least favorite song. We're just going to talk about it here for a little bit. My favorite song right now is Wood. And yes, I know what it's about, but I absolutely love that song. I love it so much. So that's my number one. Maybe we'll do top 5. Let's do top 5. Oh, I know I did top 5 on Instagram recently, but I don't remember what I put, and it might have changed. Number 2, probably The Fate of Ophelia. Love that one. That's the single. 3, probably Opalite. And, oh geez, this is so hard. 4, it's between Father Figure and Elizabeth Taylor. That Elizabeth Taylor song sounds like a Reputation vault track when I hear it. It's so good. So we'll just say that's... I like Canceled. Maybe Canceled is number 5. Yeah. The ones that I'm not... Ruin the Friendship. I love that song until I got to the end. And that song is sad, okay? That ending. I was like, I don't know if I like this song anymore. Honey, that's probably towards the bottom. Now, I do love all these, and I do not do any skips. There is no skips on this. But the ones that I still like them. I don't like them as much as the other ones that I said. Wishlist and Honey, those are towards the bottom. But I still like them, and I will still listen to them. But Eldest Daughter, I like that one too. That one's up there, closer to the middle-ish. Life of a Showgirl, love that one with Sabrina. Actually Romantic, yeah, they're all good. I love them all. But Wood is my favorite right now. So that's Taylor Talk. If you listen to this, what are your favorites? And you don't have to do 1 through 12. But what are your top 3? Your top 5? I know you can't just pick one. I get it. But what are your favorites? Let me know in the comments. All right, I think... Oh, my foot really fell asleep. So this week, I'm going to try to get back to my knitting. I'm going to cast on some socks. I want to work on my DK Weight Cozy Memories blanket. I don't know if I'll finish all 15 squares. But the last few months when I've got those in the mail, I immediately cast on and I finished all of them. So it killed me that these were sitting. I think I got them on Monday. I don't remember. I got them right as we were painting, and I'm like, no, I don't want to paint. I want to work on these. So I just kept staring at them. I'm like, this is torture. So next week you'll see socks, and you'll see at least one blanket. I don't know if I'll get my Magic Marl blanket out. I really, really want to. So we'll see. But I'm hoping that my knitting time will have the normal amount of knitting time this week. I think we have... I don't think we have anything going on. I have a dentist appointment. Yuck. On Monday or on Wednesday. And we have a band concert on Thursday evening. And flute lessons potentially this week, we'll see. So those are the only things that are going on. So, and my husband will be going back to work, so I feel like I'll get my knitting time back. All right, I think that's it. I gotta clean up my mess. I have to wind some yarn. I have to do some laundry. I will potentially have to move some stuff around in the basement. We'll see. There's some stuff that my husband needs help moving, so he can't move by himself. So when we get to that point, I will help. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you have any questions or comments. Put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.